What is up guys, SubankS here and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be putting up the top 10 open world game series to play on your PC. In video games, an open world is a game mechanic of using a virtual world that the player can explore and approach objectives freely, as opposed to a world with more linear and structured gameplay. Who doesn't like to wander off into the beautiful visuals of the game, right? So let's dive right into it. At number 10 is the Witcher series. The Witcher is an action role-playing game series developed by CD Projekt Red, with the first game releasing in 2007. The stories take place in a medieval fantasy world and follows the Geralt of Rivia, one of a few traveling monster hunters who have supernatural powers known as Witchers. The game's system of moral choices as a part of the storyline was noted for its time-delayed consequences. The most popular game of the series is undoubtedly The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Before its release, over 1.5 million people pre-ordered the game. Whoa! At number 9 is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. While technically the whole series of Ghost Recon is not an open world, but Wildlands is an insanely gorgeous game and I had to include it in the list. It is an open world tactical shooter video game developed by Ubisoft Paris. It is actually the first Ghost Recon game to feature an open world environment. Players play as a member of a fictional elite special operations unit of the US Army known as Ghosts. The game takes place in Bolivia, where the Ghosts are sent to take down the notorious Santa Blanca drug cartel, bossed by a man named El Sueño, the main villain. Wildlands was the best-selling retail game in both the UK and the US after its release. More than 15 million players have played the game since its release. The diverse and open landscapes that can be explored and loads of cool DLCs make the game more engaging. At number 8 is Forza Horizon series. The Forza Horizon series is mainly developed by the British developer Playground Games and revolves around a fictional racing and music festival called the Horizon Festival, and features open-world environments set in fictional representations of real-world areas in which players may freely roam and participate in racing events. The most popular game of this series is Forza Horizon 4. The game is set in the United Kingdom and features dynamic gameplay and seasons which change every Thursday in the real world. If you are a car fanatic and want to indulge in long drive on beautiful road or casual off-roading, this game is for you. At number 7 is the Just Cause series. It is an action-adventure video game series created by Avalanche Studios. The series currently has 4 installments and the games are open world, taking place in islands and archipelagos primarily. Each installment in the Just Cause series features a story of multiple factions fighting for control of an island nation. In all 4 games, players play as Rico Rodriguez, a secret agent sent to islands to restore peace. Players can take control of a variety of vehicles including cars, boats, airplanes, helicopters, motorcycles, trains, and perform various stunts with them. The grappling hook is a feature loved by many of the series' loyalists. One of the best games in the series is Just Cause 3, with stunning visuals and an excellent storyline. At number 6 is Watch Dogs series. It is an open-world action-adventure stealth series developed by Ubisoft Montreal. The game is themed around a legion of hackers and hacking, with players able to take control of trains and traffic lights, access pedestrians' private data, infiltrate security systems, and more. Players can hack the environment around them to advance in missions and make conditions favorable to them. In both 1 and 2, the main protagonist is a young hacker bent on retribution. As famous hackers say, all it takes is the swipe of a finger. At number 5 is Red Dead Redemption. We all must have noticed the hype at the time of Red Dead Redemption 2 releasing. Well, that speaks for itself. Both the parts 1 and 2 are action-adventure games developed and published by Rockstar Games. Gameplay elements include shootouts, heists, hunting, horseback riding, interacting with non-playable characters, and maintaining the character's honor rating with moral choices and deeds. You can even take part in dueling and form a bond with your horse. How cool is that? It is among the best-selling video games of all time with over 31 million copies shipped, the Wild Wild West. At number 4 is the Far Cry series. Far Cry is a franchisee of first-person shooter games, all of which have been published by Ubisoft. All the games share a theme of placing the player in a wilderness environment where they must help fight against one or more despots, violence-raging psychopaths that control the region, as well as surviving against wild animals that roam the open spaces. One of the best games is Far Cry 3, which takes place in the fictional Rook Islands, a tropical archipelago controlled by bandits and pirates. The beautiful open-world designs and elaborate wildlife make the series a success. The game received the Best Shooter award from IGN. Who can forget the definition of insanity, right?
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
At number 3 is Assassin's Creed. The Assassin's Creed series is an award-winning video game series developed by Ubisoft that currently consists of 11 main games and 17 spin-off games. The top games of this series are Assassin's Creed 1, Black Flag, Syndicate, and Origins. They are mainly action-adventure stealth games depicting a fictional millennia-old struggle between the assassins, who fight for peace with free will, and the Templars, who desire peace through order and control. For the majority of time, players control an assassin in the past history, while they also play as Desmond Miles, or an assassin initiate in the present day, who hunt down their Templar targets. Apart from the open world setting, the game's intertwining with real-world historical events and figures teaches more history than books. At number 2 is The Elder Scrolls. It is a series of action role-playing video games primarily developed by Bethesda Game Studios. The series focuses on free-form gameplay in a detailed open world. The setting combines pre-medieval real-world elements such as powerful Roman-like empires with high fantasy tropes, including limited technology, widespread magic use, and the existence of many mythological creatures, specifically dragons. The most famous game from the series is of course The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. If you ever feel bored in this game, you can explore, join a guild, become a werewolf, craft badass armor, pick a fight with a giant, make a giant fight with a dragon, have fun with your shouts, read a book, and shall I go on? You get the point. The series has sold more than 58 million copies worldwide. Do you have what it takes to be a Dovahkiin? At number 1 is Grand Theft Auto. GTA is a series of action-adventure games created by Rockstar Games. Most games in the series are set in fictional locales modeled on cities, usually either Liberty City, Vice City, or San Andreas, which are stand-ins for New York City, Miami, and the state of California respectively. Each game in its series allows the player to take on the role of a criminal in the big city, typically an individual who plans to rise through the ranks of organized crime through the course of the game. The player is given various missions by kingpins and major idols in the city underworld, which must be completed to progress through the storyline. And then there are a bunch of fun stuffs you can do all around the city. GTA San Andreas takes the crown of the most popular game in the series, but GTA 5 is not much behind. From the unending sprawl of GTA 5 to the neon lights of Vice City, the series only grows in popularity. Other honorable mentions which I thought should be included are Fallout, Mafia, Metal Gear, Tomb Raider, and Saints Row. So these are the top open world game series you can play on your PC. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe like a snare, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace out.